nothing more. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello and welcome to a late but early edition of Beyond the Ball this week. Paddy, we're in a new little time slot here, 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. Feels weird.
Split week.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but I am, as you can see, in the penthouse suite here, recording this, so it's a little bit of an unusual environment for me, Paddy. You know, I've never been treated like a king as much. You know.
I think they're you're meeting up with Spotify, aren't you? Because they want to sign us up on the same deal as they have Joe Rogan on. Yeah.
Well, the thing was that they're actually in competition with Apple Podcasts as well. So I'm actually meeting both of them on the same day, but they don't know that.
Nice.
So I'm just going to let them arrive in the same time. And I'm just going to let them fight to the death to see who gets our signing. So, we'll keep everybody updated on that one. Paddy, we're looking at the fancy football. So we're gonna go in order. Going to give the updates on the fancy football. We're going to give our thoughts on the matches from the weekend.
Yes.
And then we're going to give we're both happy for once. And then we're going to give our score predictions for this weekend. So, Paddy, we're going to jump straight into the fancy football.
What about the match? Thanks for cutting me off.
I cut you off there, but I kind of did that on purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure you did, yeah. Because I want to speak about last night as well.
Fuck last night. Last night's irrelevant. Doesn't really matter. Right, Paddy. Fantasy football. So, a fantastic week. See what I did there? Fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Fantastic week for myself. Bowley's little boys, 75 points. Average points were 51. So, I took a bit of a jump up in all the leagues. Areola in goal, 3 points. Shy. Gabriel, look at that performance, 15 points.
Yeah.
Romero.
Though, I heard.
Still have some Spotify. Romero, Dallo with 11 points, which was good. Diaz, 3 points. Matoma, 3 points. Madweki, 3 points. Saka, 7 points. Not a great performer in midfield there, if I'm being honest. Haaland, captain again. The chap is a joke with 26 points. Nicholas Jackson with 1 point and Isaac with 1 point as well. So pretty dog shit. So a couple of high performers there with in the defense and then obviously Haaland as well. So, a good scoring for me. We'll have to go into the Beyond the Ball. I always get that wrong. What do I always get that wrong? It's our league, the Beyond the Ball league to find you. I'm putting this phone on mute because Spotify and Apple Podcasts are just hounding me right now. Paddy, do you want to talk us through what you've done this week? Desperation.
Yeah, considering I've had a bad couple of weeks, I kind of done a bit of a panic move this week, and I done triple cap. But score of 69, above average. It's the first time I've got above average all season. Why I didn't have Haaland from the start, I'll never know, and I think that's what kills me. But I'm coming up the league, and I'll be up there with you in the next couple of weeks. But as you can see, mostly dog shit. Pope is dog shit. Konza's dog shit. Mazrui, I like him. You know, that United player. After that stunning win we got against Southampton the weekend. Romero, dog shit. Diaz and Jota, dog shit against Notts Forest. My God. Right. Fernandez and Garnacho, steady 5-6 points, not bad. Haaland beast 39. Thank you very much, Haaland. Jackson, fucking piece of shit. And like you were very lucky last week as well. Very lucky.
Listen, we'll get into that in a minute.
Welbeck, dog shit. And then me subs bench were all dog shit as well. So 69 though, yeah, good. And I'm up about 3 or 4 places. So
yeah, not bad. We'll jump onto the league now and we'll have a look at it. So I don't know if I probably ruined it for people that were looking at it there, but top of the league is Adam McDonald, a new leader, 309 points. Paddy, only 11 points clear of me is what I'm going to say there. So he's in first, then Aaron Gray's in second. Chris Gernon's dropped down to third. Derek Hennessy is in fourth. I have jumped up to fifth spot with 298 points. Andy McNulty's dropped down to sixth. Harry O'Sullivan down to seventh. Niall, again, I never know how to say this name. Gain. Is that how you say that, Paddy?
Gain, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's like it's a difficult word or something. Like the E just thrown me off. Adam Nestor in 9th and Liam MacDonald in 10th. Paddy, like I said, we always do it. We're going to jump to the very bottom, and you've been bottom 3 for the last couple of weeks. So let's see where you are now. And you're not there anymore, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Bottom of the league, you rock bottom of the league. Boris. You know, it's shocking from Boris, a United fan. I expect nothing less, you know, like poor performance, supports a poor team, poor overall management, you know, it all goes well, you know. Second last, Michelle Farrell dropped down 25 points this week. What were you doing? What were you doing this week? Come on, Michelle.
We'll have a look at that team. How can you only get 25?
That's good. Yeah, we'll have a look at this team, right? 25 points. Martinez,
Steve Bruce and Gary Pallister on the team and all.
Akanji, 2 points. Guardiola, 1 point. Dunk, 6 points. Munoz, I don't know how you say that, 1 point. Palmer, 3 points. Gordon, 2. Jota, 1. Diaz, 6. To be fair, not actually a bad team. Just didn't have any high scorers in it.
You see, that's what happened to me all the time.
Yeah. Good team on paper, but
score-wise,
it's not there. So that was Michelle, second last. And then we have Gary O'Grady in 41 position. Why do I do that? 41th position. I always do that.
41.
I always say 41.
That's because you're a stupid cunt, 41.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. 195, so he is a little bit clearer than the others. So poor performance by Mr. O'Grady there. Paddy, you're up to 37th out of 43. So, you know, you're climbing the table, but still there.
Simple. Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Okay. Paddy, that's it. Fancy football's done. We will leave it there. And we're going to jump on to the football review. Okay, Paddy, first one up. Southampton 0, Man United 3. Talk to me. What happened? What went right that didn't go right the other weeks?
Well, I think it was the opposition as well. Had something to do with it. But you will see as the season goes on, the longer this United squad are together now, and they get used to playing with each other, you're going to see really good things happening with this team this season. And I think you've got two small indicators here in the game last night and the game the weekend against Southampton. So we had Rashford back on the score sheet. And I was only saying for the last couple of weeks before, he just doesn't, like, I remember when he first came in under Van Gaal, and he was just so happy looking all the time. And, you know, he was playing and he was doing well and everything else. And then the likes of Sancho came in and Pogba and stuff, and, you know, too cool for skill. And then he just looked like he had a chip on his shoulder. And it's only very recently now he looks like he's enjoying his football again. And 2 goals last night, a goal the week, or 2 goals and an assist last night, and then a goal the weekend. So yeah, it's great to have him back scoring. Considering we don't have an out-and-out striker there yet. Matthias de Ligt got a good goal, and we got a clean sheet. Luckily enough, I suppose, the clean sheet as well, because there was a penalty. But look, we done the job. Garnacho as well coming on. He has to start starting games, because last night as well, 2 goals. I'm kind of going to do a joint review for last night and this match as well, because I don't think we're planning to do an actual review of last night's match, because you're jealous.
No, we cover it here.
So yeah, that was obviously 7-0. 2 goals for Rashford, 2 goals for Garnacho, 2 goals for Christian Eriksen, and a goal for the fidget spinner. Who, to be honest with you, he scored the penalty, but other than that, he looked fairly abject. Didn't do much in the game. He kept him on for the 90 minutes, but he looks totally devoid of confidence. Even when he was going up to take the penalties, you could hear boos. Now, I hope it wasn't coming from the United fans, but
yeah, I
think it was just because they wanted Rashford to take it as opposed to him. But 2 good results, 2 positive results, and it will do the squad absolutely no harm. And it gets the pressure off Ten Hag a little bit.
Paddy, just going back on the Rashford one there, it's good to see him back on actually the score sheet. Hopefully you kind of build a bit of confidence from that. And you mentioned kind of like the likes of Pogba coming in and all these kind of bigger, larger than life characters. Do you reckon like he's going to shine when he's the main character in the team? Like he's the main focus, like, or do you think that he'll thrive with kind of better players around him, or do you think he wants to be that one guy that everybody relies on?
I don't think he does. No, I don't. I don't. Like during COVID, he did do the whole meals for skills thing, and that was kind of putting him in the spotlight. But even you see on social media when things are going bad, he doesn't react very well to
Yeah.
immense criticism. So I'm sure he would be quite happy to just keep the head down, keep scoring goals, stay happy. Bruno's the captain. There's a lot of big characters in the squad now, but big positive characters. So Onana seems like someone that's going to put his arm around the players and look after them. You've got Martinez, Diet, and like all the way through the spine of the team now. Casemiro, Ugarte played last night. He looks good. So look, let all them take the limelight for the next while, and anyway, and let's just get Rashford back to scoring goals, because we've seen 2 seasons ago when he scored over 30 goals what he's capable of, but he needs to do it now more consistently. He's 26 years of age, which surprised me actually. I was actually thinking he was a lot older than that, so he still hasn't even hit his prime yet. So hopefully the next couple of years we can see a really, really special player develop under Ten Hag.
And then you mentioned as well Garnacho, and you're kind of saying that Garnacho needs to be starting all these games. Do you not think when he got his recent kind of starts, he kind of seemed like he was a little bit more effective in the game coming off the bench? I thought when he was starting a couple of games, I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it might just being the morale of the squad at the time, but I thought he had more effect on the game coming off the bench. I thought
he didn't get a start. Yeah.
No, I mean like previously before when you had been
last
starting.
season.
Yeah.
Last season, yeah, no, but that was the whole squad last season were poor. But I think Garnacho was one of the ones, like he scored in pre-season, he scored the community shield against Man City, and since then he hasn't got a start.
Do you think there's a reason for that? Like, do you think it's a fitness thing, or do you just think it's just the manager just afraid to maybe drop something?
I do think they're trying to ground him a little bit, because I do think maybe his head's getting a little bit too big, and because his celebration, and they're bringing her up today that Bruno Fernandes said, "Oh, that's a stupid celebration" or something like that, and on TikTok or Instagram or something, but to have a laugh. But I think maybe they are trying to keep him grounded a little bit, and I think Ten Hag, by keeping him on the bench, and not allowing him become this larger than life character, he's managing a young player. And I suppose if we're winning games, it looks good, but when we were playing poorly at the start of the season, it just magnified the fact that we needed to be putting him in when Rashford wasn't scoring, because they play in the same position. But now that Rashford's scoring again, it won't be as big a deal.
Okay. Jumping on, so if you have anything else you want to cover on that, because I do want to there's a little bit of a mixture of a question I want to ask you here, which kind of leads us into Chelsea. So have you anything else that you need to cover on United, or are you happy enough?
No, happy enough, yeah.
So talking about kind of the big characters and stuff like that in the United squad, and your potential leaders, and obviously Bruno being captain and stuff like that. One thing that came up this weekend, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but Chelsea obviously played against Bournemouth, and Jadon Sancho came on at halftime and was man of the match, and he was brilliant to change the whole game. But there was a comment, he put up a post, and he put up a comment on, so this is Bruno Fernandes put up a comment on Sancho's post and said, some player, you keep that smile. Do you see that as an issue? Like, I mean, Roy Keane and the likes of them were talking about it, saying, like, back in the day, imagine saying that to one of your rival players, someone that had a massive attitude at the club you're captain of, and you're then going and kind of praising him, playing for one of your rival teams that are potentially like challenging you for a top 4 spot. Do you see that being an issue, or what? What's your kind of thoughts on him writing that comment too?
Look, it's a different world we live in now than we did when we watched the United and Chelsea's under Mourinho and Ferguson. What we have now is Tottenham and Arsenal players hugging each other before the North London derby. You have Bruno Fernandes probably taking a captain's role, and one of the players that played under him has gone to another team. He wasn't happy, and he's just saying to his mate on social media, keep smiling, or keep doing what you're doing. But it remains to be seen whether Jadon Sancho can do that consistently, because he goes to Borussia Dortmund and then from United on loan, and then for some reason they didn't want to sign him full time. There's question marks over that. So he arrives, he wants to make an impression, but I think the whole thing about Jadon Sancho, even at United, was that he becomes the the stories coming out where that he becomes lazy, late for training and stuff like that, and as professionalism gets questioned. So it remains to be seen. But in terms of Bruno Fernandes putting a comment on it, look again, because we're winning, it's not an issue for me. If we were losing, no.
What about
exactly. You? What do you think?
Just wanted to see. I don't know. I like if that's my captain doing it, I'm kind of pissed off at it. I don't really like it. Like probably be a bit more old school. I think we're old school, but we accept the world that we live in, where everybody's a little bit of a fairy and everybody just like wants to be the nice guy and all this type of bullshit. So you kind of just accept them stupid little things. But if I'm being honest, like if I'm a manager of a team and my captain's doing that to a player that I didn't get on with, that disrespected me, let's say, I wouldn't be happy with my captain. I'd be kind of pulling him aside and saying, "Here, look, I know you mean well. Send him a text message privately if you want to do that. Don't put it out on social media for everybody to see, because the media are just going to run with that type of thing. Like, and it's probably the most like harmless comment that he could ever make to him. Keep smiling, like, do you know what I mean? It's not about great results.
It doesn't.
It's not like he's like encouraging them to go like keep playing your best football and all. He's just basically it's more of an attitude thing. Yeah. So I don't know. Personally, if I'm a manager, I'm pulling my player aside and I'm saying, look, chill the fucking beans on doing it publicly. Send him a little private message and keep it at that. No problem with that. But because of the way the media is, say again.
You'd be a great manager if you're pulling them all aside.
They pay extra for that. That comes out our wages. That does. Paddy, moving on to Bournemouth versus Chelsea. 1-0 to Chelsea. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that we weren't good and that we were shit, but we weren't really. Can I just say, Anthony Taylor's an absolute fucking bellend. 14 yellow cards. He broke the record. He was doing it on purpose. The yellow cards he was giving out were absolutely stupid. He even booked fucking Maresca on the sideline. Absolutely no need for it. Then obviously Chelsea conceded a penalty. Sanchez, who have been slating all season, I hold my hands up. He had a fucking fantastic game. Makes a great save for the penalty. And then look, Jadon Sancho, as I said, came on at halftime for Chelsea. Completely changed the game down the left-hand side. Got the ball, was very direct. Prime Sancho, what we were seeing at Dortmund before United got him, like, and obviously the reason that United signed him. Like you said, the consistency thing is going to be an issue. So hopefully we can just keep his attitude right, because he has the talent. It's the same type of thing with Rashford. The talent is there. Just trying to keep them happy and mentally focused is the hardest part with someone like that. But I was very happy with what I saw from him. I overall do think he's a little bit happier at Chelsea because he was a boyhood Chelsea fan. He said that growing up, Chelsea was his favorite team. Lampard was his favorite player. So I like that, and that the Chelsea fans.
But any love for United, really?
What?
He played for City, so I can't imagine he had that much love for Manchester United. Didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like, look, United was a great break for him as well. To be fair, like, who's going to snub their nose at fucking a chance to play for Manchester United? So, I'm delighted to have match.
Absolutely. If you can get the Dortmund's Sancho, you've had an amazing signing.
Yeah, I think so. And he kind of, to be honest with you, he probably starts over the way we have the players. Like, if I'm being honest, right, if he's going to perform like that every week, I'd like to see Sancho on the left. I'd like to see probably Cole Palmer and Madueke or Nkunku, because I like what Nkunku is doing. And then I'm like, we could probably play Nkunku up top if Jackson's not scoring. And like, we've got so many options. Like, so I'm delighted with what Chelsea have actually got there. Like, we've an abundance of talent there. So it's just trying to get. I think what we just need to do is play them all. Like, just keep rotating. And when someone's hitting form, right, stick with them, stay with them. Madueke's hit form, stick with Madueke for a while. Obviously, Sancho played very well. I'd expect to see Sancho starting now the next game. And I would expect to see.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah, I'd expect to see Nkunku starting as well. So, and Madueke was kind of poor in the last game, so I'd probably take him off and just drop him for a game and just say, look, I want to see something if you come on. I want to see an impact when you come on. But the game changer was the penalty save, and that was it. Chelsea struggled to kind of break them down at times, but like I said, Sancho was very good, broke them down. A great ball into Nkunku, and Nkunku beats three players and just slots it into the corner, and it's all we need, just a single goal. Listen, I would take that every day of the week. Last season, we probably would have thrown that game away. We probably would have lost 1-0. So I'm happy to see it. A clean sheet is a massive thing. Again, like I said, Sanchez, I've been very critical of him this year. Played very well. I'm happy to see that. Good penalty save. Made one or two other really good saves as well. So delighted to see that. Hopefully he builds on that. Hopefully he gets a bit of confidence from that, because he has been questionable at times. And then Jorgensen is on the bench waiting to come in. So hopefully he's keeping the standards up, and hopefully the two of them are pushing each other. But other than that, Paddy, I take the 3 points. I run away with it. Like I said, it's an away game. Chelsea have been dog shit as of lately with getting results and stuff. So we are officially ahead of Manchester United in the league. So I can't argue if you are saying that you are going to be world class and fantastic. Doesn't matter. If I won the league by 1 point, Paddy, you couldn't argue with me. We're still ahead of you. So
look, you should have been you are further along in your development than we are.
Oh, shut up. It only took you 15 years to get here. We're fucking 2 years into a Bowley era. Shut up, you fucking prick.
Yeah, by the end of the season, you'll be mid-table.
Shut up. Right, Paddy, I don't have anything else on Chelsea unless you want to ask me anything.
Okay, so 7 points from 4 games. How long would you give the manager? No, but hold on. Considering the performance as well, because you were very lucky to get the win. It was like in the last few minutes.
Yeah, 86th minute I think it was. But Paddy, we have to we did play very well at times, and we were moving the ball well. I wasn't so dissatisfied with what we were actually doing. Like we played the ball well. It wasn't like we were struggling and we were under pressure and Bournemouth were controlling the games. They weren't. Like when I look at the stats, we had 67% possession overall. So we really did dominate the game. Chances though, when you look at chances, right? Bournemouth had 7 shots on target. We had 3, and they had 8, and we had 3. So if I'm looking at that, right, tactically as a manager, what I'm saying is we're weak on the counter-attack, where we're giving up chances too easily. So again, it kind of comes down to that midfield. Can you have somebody there who's going to break up the play when the ball breaks down from counter-attacking? And that's what you want. You want kind of Caicedo being there. He plays well. I actually like Caicedo. He played Viega as well, who I actually like the look of. And Enzo wasn't there. And do you know it was a common thing, Paddy? When we weren't playing Enzo Fernandez last year, we were winning games. We didn't play him this week, and we won a game. I'm just saying a common trend there, and that's all I can go off. What?
Why didn't he get his game?
I don't know. I don't know if he was injured or not. I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure if he was injured. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure why he actually wasn't in the squad. So I don't know. But look,
a win's a win.
A win's a win, and you take it and you run. And especially with the position we're in, 2 away wins, Paddy. Who would have thought both of us would be here smiling?
Yeah,
because I didn't. Happy enough to move on?
Yeah, rocket.
Excellent.
Rocket.
How do you going to go on to the football predictions?
You keep cutting me off.
I know, it's great. So, Paddy, what do you think on a score predictions here? Can you give us a score prediction for West Ham and Chelsea, please?
Oh. I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I won't do that again, I promise. No, we are on to the football predictions, and the first one we have is West Ham versus Chelsea. Chelsea away, a London derby. What do you think? How do you see this one going?
I'm waiting. Do not cut me off again.
I won't.
I'm hoping that West Ham do is bad, like real bad. But West Ham have not had a great start to the season either. 4 points from 4 games. So they need a result here. This does seem to me like a bit of a banana skin for Chelsea, because it's not as if you have been blown teams away. So you had that.
Whoa.
Hold on, no, wait, now let me finish.
6-2.
You had the lucky win against Bournemouth. Then you lost against Palace. Was it at home or Drew?
Drew won all at Palace at home. And
so the last 2 games.
6-2.
Yeah, we're talking about the last 2 games.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because it fits your agenda.
I'm like Trump.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna go with a draw here, and I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw and Sancho to score first.
Okay. Last time we met, we beat them 5-0. So I don't know if that's something to go by, because
it's gonna be Wan-Bissaka against Sancho.
Ooh. Who will prevail? I think Chelsea are going to win here. I think it's going to be a narrow win. I think it's going to be 2-1. Both teams usually score in this. I know I just said there we beat them 5-0 last time, but both teams usually score in this fixture. So I'm going to say 2-1. I don't see Chelsea keeping 2 clean sheets in a row. I just riding our luck there if that's the case. So 2-1 Chelsea, and I'm going to say Sancho to score. I'll say Sancho to score. Did you give me a score prediction?
I did, yeah. 2-2.
Did you give me a scorer?
Yeah, Sancho.
Oh, okay. So we just said the same thing. Excellent.
I said 2-2.
Oh, 2-2. Oh, you fucking snake, you. Okay, right. Okay. Paddy, next one. Liverpool versus Bournemouth after their calamity. What do you think?
That was so surprising last weekend, wasn't it? So surprising. In Anfield as well. And I think that, like, I suppose with Arnie Slot, everyone's happy when the team is winning. But I suppose for the players that were there under Klopp, it's how he reacts to a defeat and how he picks the players up. They will be super over-analysing everything he says and does now during this week. Now, they had a good result in the Champions League last night.
Did you say Champions League?
Yeah, the Champions League. Yeah. Did you want to be in the real competition, the Carabao Cup?
Carabao!
So look, will they get a result here? Yes, probably, because I don't think they'll lose 2 games in the league at Anfield. So I just don't see it. But I won't lose the run of myself and say it's going to be 4 or 5-0. I'll go with probably a 2-0 win for Liverpool and Salah to score.
I'm going to lose the run of myself here, Paddy. I'm going to say Liverpool are going to beat them 4-0. And I'm going to say Salah's going to score 2 goals. 2. And yeah, it's going to be an easy win, I think, for them. Next one, Paddy, is Spurs and Brentford. Spurs obviously coming off the defeat against. Say what?
What are we talking about these for?
I don't know. Apparently, they're top 6 team. I don't know. But they're coming off a coming off a defeat against Arsenal. Poor defeat, and it'll probably do damage to their team morale. So I'll jump in, and I'm going to say they will bounce back on this one. I do like Ange as a manager. He made another comment there during the week, basically saying that one of his players, I think, got abused online or something like that. He basically said, if it's all well and good saying it behind the computer, but come and say it to our faces. If you say it to my face, you're getting a punch in the nose. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love it. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Spurs, and I'm going to say Son to score. What do you think?
Yeah, Spurs, they played well against Arsenal. Not well enough to probably win, but well enough to probably get the draw. But they haven't been either getting the results that they would have been hoping for at the start of the season. So they're 13th, 4 points from 4 as well, the same as West Ham. They would have expected a lot more than that this season. So I'm going to say a Spurs win. I'm going to say 3-1 because Brentford have a goal in them. And I'm going to say Maddison to score.
Okay. Palace versus Manchester United, Paddy. Chelsea drew against Palace, obviously, so they have the ability to take points off big teams, apparently. What do you think?
We got spanked 4-0 in this fixture last season, towards the end of the season. 4-0, we got absolutely spanked. So there'll be a bit of a revenge story there. Look, I think looking at the form we're starting to build now and the bit of solidity we have in defence as well, I do think we'll win. I do think Palace might get a goal. So I'm going to say 2-1 to United and Rashford to score.
Okay. Paddy, you're not going to like this. It's going to be 1-1.
And I said 2-2 for Chelsea. Like we're
so spiteful,
in the world when it comes to it. It's so personal. Like when we're picking our scores for United and Chelsea, it's ridiculous. Like no knowledge or like input at all. Like it's just like you're a sap. No, you're a sap.
You are a sap though. You're a bigger sap than me. I got 1-1. I think they're gonna get too confident, too overconfident, complacent. Ten Hag's going to lose the run of himself. Ten Hag is going to receive a yellow card on the sideline, by the way. Betcha. and you're going to draw 1-1, and you're going to take the lead though, and Fernandez is going to score a penalty, and then you're going to concede late. And that's just the way it is, Paddy. I'm from the future, so
All right,
I'm not wrong.
Septic peg.
Right, Paddy. Next one, and the game of the week: Manchester City versus Arsenal. How do you see this one going?
City, the only team not to drop a point this season so far. Arsenal, I think if they want to win the league, they have to win a game like this. They have to beat City in City's backyard to win the league. They have to. I would go as far as saying if they don't win this game this weekend, they won't win the league.
Big statement this early.
But I think, depending on if they have Odegaard back and Rice. Rice got sent out. It was 2 yellows for Rice, so he'll be back.
Yeah, he should be back. Yeah.
It's 1 game suspension, so he'll be back. And Odegaard, if he's back as well, they might nick a win. I'm gonna look. You know what? I'm gonna say Arsenal to win 1-0.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna say Saka to score.
Okay. Yeah, like this is a tough one because usually this would be a Manchester City win all day, but Arsenal have been shown good qualities in terms of like their team. Yeah, even defensively, like they haven't been fucking terrible. Like City though are just a fucking different level, and it's pissing me off how good they are. I'm hoping these 115 charges come true and they get fucking knocked down a peg or two. Maybe deducted fucking 20 points so the rest of us have a chance.
Was it Rodri during the week and all saying, yeah, the players could go on strike and all because so many games. And someone put a comment up saying, if they get relegated to the National League, there's like 60 games a season in that league.
Look, I don't know. For some reason, I just can't see past City. Do you know what, right? It's probably overly due, but Arsenal are due a big spanking. Like I know they've lost previously, but I think they're due a big spanking just to give Arteta a little bit of a.
They're too good to get a big spanking.
I don't know. But against City, though, it's the only team that I think could do it to them. But I'm gonna say they're gonna receive a big spanking here, and I'm gonna say 3-0 to Manchester City. I'm telling you. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Haaland. Fucking brace. He's gonna score 2, because he's a joke. So Paddy, watch this space. I'm telling you, they're due a big spanking. Paddy, that's it. We've nothing else. The only other thing we have is to reveal the plans for content coming out during the week. So we're going to be doing a start bench sell for the Chelsea and the Manchester United goalkeepers position. So if anybody has missed it, we're going to be going through each position for the Chelsea team and for the Manchester United team. I'm going to have Paddy's going to give me 3 goalkeepers that he think were probably the best keepers that we've had. I will give Paddy 3 goalkeepers that I think are probably the best that United have had. And we'll go through each position, and eventually we'll have an 11, and then we'll face off with the 11, and we'll try
11.
An all-time 11, and we'll try come up with an overall best 11.
When we get the Spotify deal, then what we're going to do is we're going to pay each of the all-time 11s to go into an arena and fight to the death.
Yeah, and then the losers that all got sold, they're all going to have to kill each other as well, because that's going to be funny. And then the person that wins that gets the place on a bench. I think that's the fairest way of doing it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that. So that's going to be each week. So that's going to be released probably later on the week. We're trying to figure out our release times on some of the content. We want to make sure that
Colly's in a hotel room on his own there, so his release time is like all the time. He's releasing all over the place.
10 times. This is the 11th release of the day. So we're just trying to figure out when is the best time to release the content, because we want to make sure that if you are following our content, you're not missing it. Again, it helps if you're on YouTube or you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe and hit the little bell icon, because you will be notified when we actually release a video and when we upload it. If you're on Instagram, I think you can do the same thing where you get a little notification bell and you'll be informed when we put a post up. So if you are watching and you're following us, do that, because it means you won't miss any of the stuff. Now you can look, if you don't want to watch it there and then, you can let it build up and go back and watch it as well. I do that myself sometimes. So Yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to get a start bench sell out for each position of a Chelsea and United team, and then we're going to be doing a user submitted start bench sell as well. Paddy, I'm thinking this week, right, is going to be one that was submitted by, I think it may have been Sean Brady, if I'm not mistaken. Sergio Aguero, Henry, and Wayne Rooney. So 3 good players, 3 very different players, but I think we'll have to discuss and debate. I can already see Paddy going, how do I convince everybody that I'm starting Wayne Rooney in this trio? I can see it already.
Convince everybody.
United's all-time
top goal scorer. Yeah, okay. I really need to convince that.
All right. Like save it for the fucking the video. So that's it. They'll hopefully be released at some stage towards the end of the week. We're probably looking at maybe Saturday morning getting them out. But look, if you're not following us on Instagram and stuff like that, get over and follow us on TikTok as well. Paddy, we're wrapping up here, okay? So I'd like to say a big thank you for joining me this early hour of the evening.
Yeah, thanks for cutting me off so many times and make me look like a fool.
You well deserved it. So look, we will be back next week at the same. No, it won't be the same time. It'll be Tuesday at 8:30 again, or 8 o'clock.
8
o'clock. Yeah. So Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we'll be back to our regular programming next week. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're following us. Go to our TikTok, follow us there. Go to Spotify and Apple. You can listen to them, have a fight to the death to see who can sign us. And yeah, look, we'll give everybody the outcome of that one. So we'll see everybody next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye.